Hello and welcome back to Ahsoka, episode 5. I literally just came home from work like 10 minutes ago, if that. I have been very excited for this. I've done my best to avoid any kind of spoilers or, avoided all of my group chats where people might have seen it, because I'm notoriously bad at seeing someone else's opinion and then trying to watch the show to see why they thought that instead of watching the show to see what I think. So I've avoided as much as that as possible. And I'm excited because Anakin is here and we're going to actually have a conversation between Anakin and Ahsoka. And I'm not ready, but I'm also so very ready. So before we get into it, I did watch, in the last week I did watch the Rebels episodes with the World Between Worlds to kind of refresh my memory on what was going on in there and what the heck that was all about. And there was a lot more connection to Mortis than I remembered, because I was immediately thinking Mortis, because any kind of weird worlds, force, zone, realm, place makes me think of Mortis, and I want more answers for what was going on there, especially because of what has happened to Ahsoka and the daughter in that particular arc. And Ahsoka kind of came back to life in that arc because of the daughter's essentially soul. So I want more explanation on that, and we might get it now because the World Between Worlds is connected to Mortis and to the entities that lived on there. I had a point with this, and it was going to make complete sense, and I've been thinking about what I was going to say for ages, but now that I've hit record, I'm like, aha! But yes, my running theory at the moment is that Ahsoka died in some way, maybe, and she's taken to the World Between Worlds because that's quite a place that is quite strong with the Force. And potentially she was taken there because of her connection to the daughter. And part of the reason I think that is because Anakin said he didn't expect to see her so soon. And I do fully believe at this stage that this is Anakin as a Force ghost. Which, makes me be like, why are they de-aging him? Because Hayden Christensen at the moment is probably the exact correct age to play Anakin at this phase of life. However, that doesn't matter too much. It could be a representation of the Force creating an image of Anakin in the Clone Wars as Ahsoka last saw him, but I think it would be better if it actually is Anakin as a Force ghost in this weird Force zone. No idea what to expect in this episode. Kind of want it to just be a complete bottle episode with Anakin and Ahsoka, but Chopper was on the thumbnail, so I think it will not be. I saw some people suggesting that Hera and Co will hitch a ride to the other galaxy with the Purgles, and that could well happen, and I would be excited to see that happen, but I also kind of think that Sabina's already on her way, and Ahsoka could easily get there through the World Between Worlds. So potentially it could just be those two in the other galaxy, and Hera and the rest have to mop up what's happening in our base galaxy. I don't know. I'm just excited for Anakin and Ahsoka, and I'm scared, but it's going to be so much fun. And I think I've procrastinated enough, and I should just start the episode and see what happens. Whew. Okay, let's do this. Oh yeah, she did take the hit to her lightsaber, not to herself. Of course we're not starting back immediately with Anakin and Ahsoka. That would be too easy. I do want to know more about this planet, because there seemed to be some kind of temple-y Stonehenge thing there. Was there a portal, like on Lothal, that Ahsoka fell into? This really does kind of feel like the start of a movie. I heard they released this in theaters somewhere, I think.
Where is everyone?
Not here.
It worries me.
Jason!
Can I come out?
If there's any Force shenanigans going on, he might be able to pick it up on it.
Don't wander off too far.
Don't wander off at all, my guy. Her parenting style is a little bit questionable, but that's fine. I guess she's used to parenting teenagers. Oh, that's adorable. Oh. I thought that was Din Djarin for a second from Mando. I was like, what? Silver armor? But no. Sabine's helmet. Okay.
I told them to stay together.
Oh. Oof, how many generations of Jedi has he seen? It's not just about Ahsoka and Sabine, is it? It's about all of the younglings he's mentored. Shadow Warrior. Ooh, are we gonna get more about Marok? This feels like a Marok kind of title. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm here for.
You look old.
Well, that happens. Actually, what happened?
You lost. That's good.
Oh, this is weirdly ominous.
It means you still have a chance to live.
Okay. Did she die?
I'm here to finish your training.
I don't... Is this actually Anakin? Like, the fact that he looks the same as he did in the Clone Wars.
One is never too old to learn, Snips.
Every time he calls her Snips, I get so happy.
Alright.
And I think she does as well.
Or die.
I'm beginning to wonder...
I won't fight you.
Yeah. Is this Anakin?
I've heard
Or
that
is
before.
this the Force creating what she needs to see? In which case, it could still be Anakin. He's acting more like Vader though. But that could be what Ahsoka needs, is like a... she couldn't do anything for him kind of thing.
HQ. Senator Organa says she can only give us cover for so long.
Leia's helping them out.
Mom. Not now, Jason.
No, now. He needs... he's found something.
Not if we...
I see, like I said, Force shenanigans.
What is it, Jason?
That kid is Force sensitive.
Reason if there was anything out there, Chopper would pick it up on his scan.
It's not...
Mom, listen.
I am.
No, you're
listen
not.
to the wave. The lightsabers.
Oh, that was almost the Force theme there. Oh, there it is. This is making me unreasonably happy.
His father, Kanan Jarrus, was a Jedi.
Okay. We better get on it.
Oh, he's playing it as Vader, as
Looks
like
we
in
don't
episode
have
3.
much left to offer.
Ooh. Where are we going? Oh no. Oh, she's in her Clone Wars costume. She's... We're getting live action. Oh. She's so baby. She's so baby.
Yeah, no kidding.
This Rex. The green lightsaber. Oh, live action Clone Wars.
Gotta keep up.
What about my training?
This is your training.
Always throwing her in the deep end. I'm okay. Okay. I feel a bit lightheaded. Oh, the 501st armor. The clones and Ahsoka are my weakness. Rex! It's him!
on, Snips. The battle's not over yet. There are more separatist droids approaching.
It feels almost weird hearing Hayden's voice in Clone Wars. Oh, my boys. Is that Ayla? No, looks like it's some kind of Twi'lek.
It was my fault. They were following my orders. I got
Oh,
them.
she's so baby.
This is war, Ahsoka.
He's baby as well. He's like 19.
This isn't what I trained for.
You must adjust to the times. To win this war, I have to teach you to be a soldier.
He's 19.
Is that all I'll have to teach my own Padawan one day? How to fight?
I'm joking.
You're joking.
Yeah,
It's a
joking.
How can you joke at a time like this?
Because what is the alternative, Snips?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. I want to see Rex properly.
And you'll die.
They're kind of almost in a way calling out her seriousness. Oh, the double pistols! But in a way they're almost calling out her seriousness in the current time. And she's going against everything that Anakin wants. It's fine. Yep. Okay. She's so small. Yep. But yeah, Anakin's almost calling out her seriousness in the current time when she's like, you know, we get people killed. You know, this is the price for war. I want you to be more serious while he's joking around and whatever. And now she is more serious, but to her detriment because she can't find joy in life anymore. And she can't find joy in the people around her, like Sabine. Yeah, so because of what Anakin became, she, in a way, didn't listen to his lessons. Can't get over live action Clone Wars. Oh, I really hope we get a Rex conversation. I want to see Tam play Rex.
I was surprised they changed their mind and approved your mission.
Yeah, not quite.
Oh, they never change their mind. People don't just vanish into thin air.
Well, no. Normally, no.
But
Is there a chance they're out here?
Especially with Lady Tano.
do elaborate on that, Huyang?
So was her master.
Yeah? What was he like?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. Yeah, that's a good answer. Did she have two lightsabers? Oh, okay, yeah, I was gonna say. She didn't have two lightsabers that early in the Clone Wars, but now we're on Mandalore! Oh, now I have live action references for when I do my cosplay. Rex!
We'll secure the perimeter. Come on, let's go.
It's not quite the same without Dee Bradley Baker's voice, but Tam is gonna do a great job, I'm sure. I like how her Leku is longer now. But she's still so baby! There he is. She was waiting for him.
I don't know this battle. You're a warrior now, as I trained you to be.
Is that all?
Ugh.
But my part of that legacy is one of death and war.
Because I'm more than that.
Why did that nearly make me cry?
You are more Anakin. But more powerful and dangerous than anyone realized.
Is that what this is about?
If I am everything you are,
You've learned nothing.
don't say
Listen to
Back
her.
to the beginning.
Let her talk. Still don't know if this is actually
Make a
Anakin
choice.
or if this is just the Force
Live
or what.
incorrect.
Oh my gosh. I can't get over the fact that we're seeing this in live action. This is brutal. Oh my goodness. Oh, I heard Vader breathing. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
You lack conviction.
The voice distortion. See, I feel like this is more a representation of her struggle with coming to terms with what Anakin became.
Trying to die.
Oh, the eyes. Live or die, fight or die, but is there another option? She grew up in war. Hug him.
I choose to live.
There's hope for you yet.
I'm okay. No, don't go. We weren't finished.
Anakin.
What was that? What were you teaching her? And now she's back on the planet? I'm kind of sad we didn't get more, but you know, what we got was great. Now we gotta dissect what the heck that meant. So I think there's something there about Ahsoka growing up in a time of war, her training having to be a war and being a commander from the age of 14, and how she's still in that wartime mentality perhaps, and she has been her whole life, and she needs to stop living life like she's going to die. She needs to start living life. Oh wow, I don't think we've ever seen her without something between her forehead and headpiece. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I can. That's very distracting to me. Put your hat back on. That feels illegal.
Lightsabers. Who are you fighting with?
That is a great question, honestly.
Will you train me?
No.
I love Hu
Will you
Yang.
hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
Will you teach me?
No.
Have we seen Ahsoka do this before? Because this is definitely a Force ability. We've seen various other people do it. But I don't know if we've seen Ahsoka do this before.
She's alive.
Yes, she is.
It's a fleet. They're on their way.
They're a little
Uh-oh.
late.
I don't think they're coming to help.
Yeah, uh-oh.
You can work out a way to find Sabine.
Space whales!
Right.
Or go back into the world between worlds. That'll work. Yup. That's how Ezra got there.
I know how to follow Sabine.
She's smiling more, I feel. Is that just me? Since she had her world between worlds stint, I feel like she's been smiling more this episode.
Like to second that.
And she's white now. Oh! That's some Lord of the Rings symbolism right there. She's died and come back as Ahsoka the White. Light side of the Force. There, yep, Because she's been wearing grey the whole
Only one way to find out.
episode so far. Or the whole show so far, she's been wearing grey. They're so cool. Oh, there's a big boy one.
That'll do.
Oh, she's definitely smiling more. That's a big boy. We had a Leia name drop. Is she coming along?
Captain, the reason we are here is because there was no mission.
He's doing
I
his
respectfully
best.
disagree. Okay. But you're not gonna believe me.
It's just like the stories you told me. How the whales took Ezra and the bad guys far, far away.
Oh, he's never met Ezra. Oh, I want him to meet his Uncle Ezra. What do they eat? Because I feel like there aren't going to be krill in space. That's absolutely terrifying.
I have no idea.
What?
No idea. We'll just see where it goes.
Oh, there she is. There's my girl.
That's better than going nowhere.
Yes.
evasive maneuvers.
They didn't see that? I feel like I would have seen that sooner. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that is a big creature.
Kara, I'll find them.
Bring our kids home.
May the Force be with you.
There they go. Live action Clone Wars. Oh boy. I was expecting it to be a conversation between Ahsoka and Anakin. I was not expecting to fully see tiny baby Ahsoka in the Clone Wars. Seeing like an actual actor play tiny baby Ahsoka really drives home that point of how young she actually was when she became a commander. Because seeing it animated, it doesn't have quite the same impact, but seeing her so baby-faced and small, it's like, oh, she was a baby. Like, literally 14, I think, when she became Anakin's Padawan. I don't know how I feel about, like, I absolutely love the Clone Wars sections, and the girl who played Ahsoka in those sections did an amazing job. But I think the message could have been given a little more clearly. I don't know. It felt kind of weird. The idea that I got was Ahsoka has been shaped by war. Like, that was her legacy. That was her gift from Anakin, was how to survive this war, you know? In the short, like, Tales from the Jedi clip, there was one episode where Anakin's training was what caused Ahsoka to survive Order 66, right? Like, Anakin's gift to her was how to survive war. And because she grew up in war, she doesn't know how to live in peacetime. And what Anakin, because I still think it was Anakin, and if not Anakin, then it was a representation of what she needed to see from the Force, which Anakin is now a part of. So technically it's still from Anakin. But she's kind of stuck in the past. She's still in survival mode. And Anakin kept saying to her, you have to live or die. And that kind of reminder to live in the moment, not just to live to survive. Because that's what she's been doing the whole time, you know. She grew up with huge responsibility that a 14-year-old should never have been given. And then she failed, and the Jedi Order failed, and she lost her family, and she lost all the men under her command. So she kind of went straight back into another war against the Empire, and she's always been in this war mindset. That somewhere along the way she forgot how to enjoy life. And Anakin was kind of showing her that, like, you know, he was joking it and playing around in that first Clone Wars scene. In that, like, you know, you have to continue living even while you're having these experiences. Which I felt Ahsoka complaining about Anakin being too light in the Clone Wars felt out of character for baby Ahsoka. But I guess it wasn't baby Ahsoka. Technically, it was just adult Ahsoka in baby Ahsoka's form. And because baby Ahsoka was always joking around with Anakin, and, you know, those two never took anything seriously, and she was just as bad as he was for running headfirst into danger and etc. But after losing him, after losing the war, after losing everything and all the men under her command dying, because the second flashback was the Battle of Mandalore, which she did eventually win, but it was on the way back from that Order 66 happened, and she lost all of her men. And that would have been, you know, the moment where she was, like, clicked into complete survival mode and never left, I guess. And the fighting with Anakin, I'm still kind of figuring out what that was going with. But I guess there's something there in that, like, she has been fighting with him and with what he became for the last 30 years, right? She's been wrestling with what he became and how she couldn't help him. And in the end, she beat him, but she didn't. But she threw his lightsaber away, you know, and chose to live. That, but you know, it's still figuring it out. But yeah, I think seeing Anakin again, and I think there is a sense of her letting go of her guilt and her hurt from what happened to Anakin and from what happened to Vader. And you can see it in the second half of the episode. She's smiling a lot more. She's dressed in white clothes when every time we've seen her since Rebels, maybe even in Rebels, she's wearing grey. But now she's wearing white. She's kind of been reborn into, you know, who she really is. And she's acting a lot more like Clone Wars Ahsoka is as well. She's going into this kind of a little bit recklessly, but just seeing where it leads. She's smiling. And I'm loving it because it feels like she's coming back again. I feel it was a little bit quick. That, you know, that change happened very quickly. But, you know, it works. And I hope it continues to develop. We did hitch a ride with the Purgles. So I guess new galaxy in the next episode, which I'm excited to see. Chapter title was Shadow Warrior. So I guess that kind of... I thought it might be about Marok. Because he was the ghosty thing. But it's... I guess it's Anakin? Because... Or maybe even Ahsoka, who is a shadow of herself. Grey clothes, shadow. And is... You know, she's a shadow of herself because of what happened in the war. She's fighting this shadow of Anakin. Is it actually him? I don't know. Ah, man. I still can't believe we got live action Ahsoka, Anakin, and Rex in the Clone Wars. I hope... I want a full movie of that. Like... You know, that kid did an amazing job at playing Ahsoka. Cast her in a full movie. Bring back Hayden Christensen. Bring back Ian McGregor. Bring back Temuera Morrison to play Rex and Cody. Give me a full Clone Wars movie. Come on. You can do it. I think the show suffers a little bit from the chronic bad writing that is rampant in Hollywood and Disney at the moment. Especially the first few episodes. There's, you know, it's kind of slow paced. It takes a bit to get its footing. It expects the audience to know too much before going in. But as someone who has adored Ahsoka and grew up on the Clone Wars, this episode was everything I wanted. Well, maybe not quite everything I wanted. I would have loved to see Obi-Wan, and I would have loved to have an actual conversation with Anakin. And there was a dialogue going on, you know, he was still teaching her something. I would have loved to hear a Sky Guy. That would have made my day. But not quite. Maybe there'll be more. Maybe we'll see Hayden Christensen as Anakin again. I feel like it'll take me a bit of watching other people's videos and seeing discussion and processing that until I fully figure out what they were trying to do, but I absolutely loved it, and yeah, give me a full movie, please. Anyway, I think that will do it for me for this episode. I guess that was kind of the Clone Wars homage episode, and now we get back into the Rebel stuff and see more of that. I want to see more of Ahsoka being herself, not being so emotionally repressed. And I guess now that she is Ahsoka the White, we might see that. Next week, though. That'll do it from me. Yeah, I'm gonna go and make dinner, I think. you guys head off, grab a drink, get a snack, take a nap, go for a walk, go and do something that isn't on YouTube. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.